Hello, 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 Fort Worth family. It's Fort Worth Fabian. Back again with a video for the channel. Actually got two Area 51 reactions, as you can tell by the title, man. These are both from the Law and Crime Network, or actually, excuse me, Evil Body Cam. Explore with Us Body Cam. My apologies. So, we got man breaches the gate of Area 51 and first ever body cam footage inside Area 51. So we just gonna do these back to back, man. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Fort Worth Fabian. It's the road to a million, man. If you have additional recommendations, comment down below. Check out everything I got going on in the description, man. PayPal link is open. Donate to the channel. Put in a donation request. Let's go ahead and hop into this video. Filmed in Area 51, y'all.
A Lincoln County deputy has been dispatched to Area 51 in this extremely rare footage. Not only does it show the camo dudes talking and they never speak to anyone out there, but in this never-before-seen footage, you'll also see them talk about how they handle trespassers. Many people believe that lethal force is authorized and trespassers on the base are shot. So, let's see what happens.
How are you doing?
Obviously, I don't think that could be a solid cover-up of you killing civilians on the base. I do think if you enter a certain point past Area 51, they will take lethal action.
Seth? How are you doing?
Doing great.
Good. Why are you parked here?
I'm just waiting to get in.
Okay, you realize this is
It's base camp.
yeah, you're not getting in.
I don't believe that.
Okay, well, I'm telling you right now, you're not getting in.
Okay.
So you need to go ahead and back out and keep driving that way.
So
Nothing.
It's unclear why the trespasser feels he might have a chance at talking his way into being allowed past those gates.
You got your license on you?
yeah.
Who's he with, though?
What's bringing you out from New York?
I was told to come here.
By who?
People here.
Buddy's such a liar, man. You got to be better than that. You honestly think just with this basic... I don't know, man. There's no definitive proof. He's not giving any names tied to who, like, what commanding or ranking officer possibly gave him the green light. He just over here thinking he could pull up to the gate, have simple chit-chat and conversation, and get in. I'm confused. They should have blown his tires out like a couple miles back. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, since when do military officers ask for your license? Is you a cop or no?
No, you weren't.
How do you know that?
Because they're calling me to get you out of here.
Are they?
Yeah.
However, the deputy is well aware that the man's presence has most definitely not been requested at the restricted location.
Any weapons in the vehicle?
No. Deputy.
Who do you know that works out here that told you to come?
Jane Clark.
Jane Clark?
Yep.
Okay. They do realize that you have to have official badges to get in, right?
Generally speaking, yeah.
I can't even get past this gate.
Uh-huh.
So it's not a generally speaking, you need an official badge.
I'm confused,
I
yo.
became a sperm donor with Cryos, and I made $780 each month.
Is that how you...
So there's deputies that work at the gate of Area 51. Hold up real quick. So I guess a deputy doesn't specifically apply to the police force. A person whose immediate supervisor is a senior figure within an organization who's empowered to act as a substitute for his superior. A parliamentary representative in certain countries. Yeah, I don't know why I immediately assumed like deputy sheriff or a sheriff's deputy. I guess it's associated with any such organization. You learn something new every day, G.
It's not a generally speaking, you need an official badge. Do you have any type of clearance? Take that as a no.
No, you can ask Jane Clark.
One must wonder who this mysterious Jane Clark is.
Well, I don't know Jane Clark that works out here, so...
Okay.
But Jane Clark is just one of many. In fact, according to the man, several individuals have requested his presence.
I also know
are you, bro?
Stacy Phillips, Dana Soriano, and Chelsea Strange.
Okay. Well, either way, you're not getting past the gate.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to need you to go ahead and start backing out while I get your information in the computer.
Uh-huh.
And then once I'm all done, I'll give you your license back and you can keep driving on that road.
But the trespasser is clearly opposed to the request. The business that awaits him inside those gates must be momentous.
Keep driving on that road?
Sound like a plan?
Well, sir, you're not presenting me with many options.
Because that's the only option.
Is it?
Yes.
All right, I don't want to make your job difficult.
Okay, I appreciate that. And I don't want to ruin your stay. I mean, I'm sure that's a long drive from New York.
It is.
The deputy switches gears and focuses the conversation on the trespasser's identification.
When did this picture come out? You look like you were a young buck about ready to... Did you serve in the military?
Nope, not yet.
No.
At this
Not
point,
yet.
security from the base open the gate, apparently to see why the man isn't leaving the premises. Apparently, someone must have failed to communicate that they'd sent the man an invitation to visit the base. The security briefly talks with the deputy, but the content of the conversation is kept confidential.
You got all that?
Do I got all that?
Yeah, the registration and proof of insurance.
Let me see here. I'm not sure I do.
Dang.
Glove box.
Finna get a traffic violation.
What's this?
Or
Insurance?
whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Just for being at Area 51, bro.
Do you have the insurance on your phone or anything?
Insurance on my phone. No.
Ticket, my dude.
Are you sure Mike Hadley doesn't want me down there? I mean, I'm his grandson. No?
God.
All right.
You can tell he lying, bro. Dana White, Mike Hadley, Jiminy Cricket. Bro said all the names in the book, man, and they're like not resonating with anyone, bro. If that's your granddad, why wouldn't you lead with him? You said all these other names to say that such and such is your grandfather.
He's hitting quite a few roadblocks today. A poor excuse for a warm welcome. After all, the trek from New York to Rachel, Nevada is quite a distance.
Dang.
And then I'll be able to get his insurance information off my computer.
Can you?
Yeah.
What do you need for that?
Just his plate, which we already got, so
Okay.
I'll just go get his information if you're good with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The deputy heads back to his vehicle. Once inside, he's able to track down the man's insurance policy information after completing a few phone calls. Several minutes later, the deputy approaches security.
Here's his insurance.
Awesome. Thank you.
Then, security raises an important question.
Are you gonna conduct a search of him, or?
It seems the deputy hasn't yet pondered the idea.
We were told to leave it up to you.
Okay.
If you wanted us to do it, if you want to do it, or just leave it as is.
I'm thinking just as is.
Okay.
Just get him out of here.
Okay.
Get him sent wherever he wants to go.
This thing, he could have gotten so much more trouble. All you had to do was turn around, bro. But look what this is already leading up to, running your insurance. The first time he told you to turn around, I'd be like, all right, my brother, I tried. Peace. You know what I'm saying? But now he's talking about, do we want to do a thorough search on him? It's like, dang. You're getting hostile.
Other than here.
Likely a decision intended to prevent the already strange situation from escalating. The question about conducting a search is interesting, in that the hesitation is probably because the deputy isn't sure if a search of the vehicle would be legal. It's unclear if there's probable cause to justify a search,
Right.
as the general rule is that police can search a vehicle without a warrant, but only if they have probable cause to search it, such as a fair probability that contraband or other evidence of a crime is currently located inside the
Smell like
vehicle.
dope.
Various administrative tasks are performed by members of security.
Are you gonna issue a citation? Yeah. Is it already printed?
Not yet. I just gotta go back and print it out and then.
However, the deputy engages in a frustrating battle with his mobile citation printer.
What in the...
It's clear at this point that the deputy is going to cite the driver. As this is probably a misdemeanor or infraction level crime, it will be a cite and release with a promise to appear in court.
Why?
At this point, the deputy has been troubleshooting his citation printer for quite a while. A police stop can only last so long as necessary to investigate any potential criminal behavior, and then to cite and release or arrest the individual. At this point, it's possible that the detention is pushing up against those acceptable boundaries, which would convert this into a Fourth Amendment violation. This may be disputed in court should the defendant choose to do so. Finally, the battle is won. The deputy emerges from his vehicle victorious, citation in hand.
Of course, the timing works out that way.
The deputy hands a member of security a copy of the citation, then addresses the trespasser.
Okay. So, this is a citation for trespassing on a military installation.
Okay.
With it not being a traffic violation, it is court required. And then you'll find all that information right here. It's through the Alamo Justice Court. Once they're done with you, I'm going to follow you out till you get to the highway.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
Just don't turn around when I leave.
I'm going to come back here. I'm done here.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Because
You said mission accomplished? Okay. Yeah.
if I see you again, I'm just taking you straight to jail.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I'm good. We're all relieved. Big swell of relief.
Why'd you even show up, my brother? Go home.
We're done on our end if you want to escort him out.
Awesome.
The trespasser turns his vehicle around and waits outside the gate as he's been instructed.
Oh, need
All right.
those.
Yes, those are important.
Yeah.
So,
Apologize.
Yeah, no problem. All right, brother. You take care.
all right, man. Like I said, I'll just follow you out.
Okay, cool.
And to the relief of all involved, especially the trespasser whose demeanor has drastically changed over the past hour, the encounter is concluded without incident. The reason behind the man's visit to the premises remains a mystery. But one thing is for sure, he most certainly had not received an invitation.
Yeah, this dude trying to be funny and act like he know what's going on. I guess the police and the military worked together on this one because he had a sheriff emblem or decal on his truck.
For you're about the deep.
So right here we got first ever body cam footage inside Area 51 shows couple being captured. I'm not sure if this is authentic or tied to the title, but let's take a look.
That anybody's ever got.
Yeah, honestly, we got really nervous at this distance.
Other ones, they weren't quite this far.
No, in this little car they got, I was like, how the hell did you get this far?
The following is extremely rare footage filmed inside of Area 51 and has never been seen before. It's a late August afternoon in 2022, and a Lincoln County, Nevada deputy has been dispatched to a restricted location surrounding Area 51 in reference to a trespassing incident.
How do you get this far, though? So immediately tied to the first video, there's a gate, an entrance, heavily secured. What interest did this young couple find? I'm confused. Because if there's like loopholes essentially to get in Area 51, you know, certain parts of, I don't know, the perimeter that's not being secured, I guess it's easy as pie.
SA. It's marked no trespassing, no drone zone, warning Air Force installations. Clearly marked. Driving past a clear, obvious place to turn around. We're at 0.8 of a mile in. We're at 1 mile inside the boundary. 1.5 miles inside the boundary.
Clearly, it's not a short trek, and the terrain is rough.
So 1.6 miles inside the boundary.
After several minutes of driving, the deputy has made it to the isolated location. He's briefed on the situation by a camo dude. Camo dudes are Area 51 security guards and not military.
So just so you know, the mails.
Poly mailers
The
are a great
camo
way
guy.
to package your products. And with Sticker Mule, ordering custom poly mailers has never been easier.
The male, he's in handcuffs right now.
Okay.
The reason he's in handcuffs is because of the weapon, and he's 6'2". The female, she was cooperative. They let her out. She's been good. So is he. But I just wanted to let you know what was going on right off the bat.
All right. And I'm recording, so if you guys want to cover their faces, that's fine. Yeah, I have to record it.
Okay, Roger.
And I'm not recording your face right
Thank
now.
you. I'll let him know. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
The deputy approaches the couple. Prior to the deputy's arrival, base security handcuffed the male subject due to his size and possession of a weapon. However, it appears that he's been cooperative and there was no legitimate officer safety basis to do this.
Hello, I'm Deputy Ray, Lincoln County Sheriff's Office. Before I start talking to you, because you are detained, not under arrest, you won't be arrested today, but you're detained, I have to advise you of your constitutional rights. Okay. You have the right to remain silent, and anything you say you can't.
The deputy reads them their rights before he gets straight to the point.
What got us here today?
Stupidity.
Did you see the
We
signs?
did. I'll stay honest with you.
Okay.
We're driving. We stopped at the cafe. We bought some souvenirs. I asked the guy, hey, can you see the gate? He said, yeah. He said, go down 1.7 miles back towards Vegas. Take second right. First right is the east. First right's the gas station. So I'll take that one. He said, you can go all the way up. He said, you can get to the gate and you can take a picture. He said, you're going to drive up on the gravel road. It's going to take you maybe 30 minutes. And then you're going to hit pavement and then you're good. That's exactly what he said. So and then honestly, we got to that water area where it looks like there should be cows there.
Yeah.
We were like, okay, we should not be taking a car here. And at that point, we were looking for a place to turn around and they were on us.
Okay.
Trespass is generally a specific intent crime, meaning the intent element of the crime requires either knowing you don't have permission to be there or being told afterwards that you don't have permission but still refusing to leave. Generally speaking, accidentally wandering onto someone's land is not sufficient for the intent element of criminal trespass. After the long-winded explanation, the deputy lets them in on an interesting fact.
Yeah, so I noted when I'm coming in, because I've been on this road before, you're about the deepest that anybody's ever gotten.
Yeah, we got really nervous. And honestly, we got really nervous at this distance.
Rightfully so, but there has to be a logical explanation.
Yeah, we went and we took a left and went out that way and then figured out no. And then we turned around there and then we went this way.
He gave you good directions. You just took a side road before you got to,
Wow.
Unfortunately, the deputy has some bad news to share.
So, per our policy, I'll issue both of you a citation for trespassing on a military installation. Okay. It's a pretty steep fine, but I'll explain all that to you. I have all your information already on the computer. Okay. Because they gave it to my dispatch. And we'll get those citations issued, get you guys turned around, and the firearm it's in a lockbox. Yes. We'll just when we get off the federal installation, I'll give you that property back. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right.
The deputy returns to his vehicle where he can draft the citations. All the while, he engages in some small talk with the camo dude. It seems that the deputy isn't the only one who's baffled by the situation.
Are we going to be able to get a copy of the citation?
Yes, I'll print you copies.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I appreciate you very much.
Well, we appreciate you. I'll tell you, it's nice working together.
Yes.
And doing the right thing. This is the farthest I've ever had anybody get in. I was just blown away.
That's what I told him. I said, I've never been in this far. When we had those other ones, they weren't quite this far.
No, they were back up there probably about 2 or 3 minutes back. Yeah. And in this little car they got, I was like, how the hell did you get this far?
It's interesting that a lot of the security, they just represent it. They protect it, they secure it, but they have no idea what's going on inside. Very confidential information, right? That's why they're so blown away. Like we haven't even got this far to stop somebody. Oh, you guys made it further than the furthest. Insane, man. What's going on at Area 51? We all would like to know, man. Y'all got to break it down for us. Don't keep us in the weeds.
Well, as I'm coming in, I'm noting, I'm like, okay, they could have turned around here. Yep. I talked to them. They said they had directions to the Rachel Gate, the bar. Like, you drive on a gravel road, you'll hit a paved road, you'll get to the gate. Yeah. Then this kind of dead ends of the gate. Well, I'm like, how did you get on this road? And they said we never made it to the pavement. I'm like, you shouldn't have turned.
I'll tell you, I was pretty shocked when I got up here. I was like, when I saw the car, I was like, okay, I would have expected this if it was 4-wheel drive, but only this little ass car.
Yeah.
And I tell you the truth, I'm surprised he didn't get a flat goddamn tire.
That's what I'm worried about going out.
I am too.
Here's a copy of his.
Thank you, sir.
And then I still got to do hers.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
The deputy asks if the security staff will issue a ban and bar letter of some sort, and he states it will come from the Judge Advocate General's office, JAG. The JAG is a military equivalent of the U.S. government's own law firm, for lack of a better comparison. The bar letter would serve as notice that they are not allowed on the property. Interesting to note that the ban and bar letters are issued primarily to locals. It suggests they expect locals to be more problematic than random tourists.
The worst one I was active duty Air Force trespassed. Where the hell was he at? He was at the Alamo Gate, years before they had the actual gate,
The small talk carries on as the second citation is being generated.
I love that.
So do I. The sound of freedom.
Well, when we have the sonic booms in Alamo, and it always scares us, sound of freedom.
That's right. Sound of freedom.
I joke with my wife and say I want to move to Rachel, and she'll say, well, if you want a divorce, that's a good way to get one.
With a population of somewhere in the mid-40s, Rachel, Nevada is on the border of Area 51. Because of this, it gets its share of tourists.
So these guys, they're out of Florida now, but they're originally from Washington.
Yep, I've been up there. We used to go up there when I was out of Fort Lewis. We used to use their underwater demolition range.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of folks that would love to get over on the other side of those hills over there and take a look at what's going on. And it's just none of their business. And I think some of the stuff that helps us out truly is just the mystique of the place.
Yeah.
Which is good. I'll keep that going as long as I can.
Matt here just got
Area
final payment on his
51,
biggest
man.
contract
Like
yet.
he said it's none of
And it
our
was
business to
actually
be
pretty
over there. Dang,
easy.
man. We want to know.
The deputy exits his vehicle, citations in hand. And unfortunately, he has even more bad news for the couple.
So, all right. Here's your licenses and your registration back. So, like I said earlier, you're both being issued a citation for trespassing on a military installation in Lincoln County. It's a $640 fine. Okay. Your court date is September 21st, 10 a.m. The Alamo Justice Court. You do not have to appear in court. You just need to pay. If you need to break it up or anything, you can break it up and make payment arrangements with the court.
Okay, great.
Okay. And it's the same for both. Same court date. The address, phone number is written here for the court.
Okay.
So give it a couple days and contact the court if you want to. You do have the right to a trial and all that. So if you're, I just want you to know that that is your right. I appreciate to contest it. So,
But it was our bad.
Well, I appreciate your cooperation. And
The woman says it was our bad too. While this is an honest admission of guilt, it's important to not say things like this to the police. If they did want to contest it on some other grounds, they may have just seriously impaired their arguments by admitting guilt after having been Mirandized. Despite the steep fines, they take the news quite well. It's obvious that they just want to put the whole thing behind them at this point. And as it turns out, they fared much better than many who came before them.
this is the kinder and the gentler test site. When I first became an officer here, if you trespassed, when I would arrive an hour later, you'd be face down in the dirt with your, handcuffed. But it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different these days. But so I'm sorry that we had to meet this way. But
I'm sorry.
Thank you for being so
thank you for you guys being kind to us.
Your vehicle, and let's try to get you turned around. All that back when he gets out. All right, we'll get all turned around. And then we'll just follow us out. Okay.
Thank you very much.
The deputy returns to his vehicle as he prepares to guide the couple off the restricted property.
2 citations have been issued to both subjects. We're escorting them off the property now.
Once again, the deputy drives the rugged terrain for around 15 minutes as the camo dude follows closely behind. Eventually, they part ways and the deputy proceeds to follow the couple before they finally arrive at their destination. The deputy exits his vehicle and retrieves the belongings that were temporarily confiscated.
Thank you. It was very nice meeting you. And
it was nice meeting you again.
Thank you for also being down.
It's always better just to get along with each other.
It's unclear what possessed the couple to continue so deep into the restricted area.
They thought they was going to figure something out that nobody come to find out. Oh, my God. Man, let me know y'all's thoughts on this first ever body cam footage inside Area 51, man. This is how far, the furthest you could ever get. I think one day a lot of the information that's going on there is going to come to the public. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be under wraps forever. Like you got the whistleblower dude revealing information about UFOs, ETs, UAPs, excuse me. So I don't know, man. Obviously, there's something they're trying to protect and keep silent over there. So let me know y'all thoughts. Comment down below. Peace, love, prosperity. Everybody rocking with the channel. We'll catch you guys in the next video, man.